Hey guys, it is Sunday, the last day of 2023, and gonna do what I usually do. Pretty classic going over towards the Freshco, except this time I'm actually going to Winners. Yeah, I wanted to look for a couple of shirts. You know, some of my older shirts are starting to wear out. They've got like holes where my backpack rubs in to my hips. So, trying to get a couple new shirts. This red one, I feel like that was alright. For $13, I'm like, that's hard to beat. And this brown shirt also seems alright. Although I do kind of feel like a little bit weird about the button placement. I'm like, for whatever reason, it feels like I need another button on this shirt. And it's pretty easy to add buttons, so I'll probably do that later. But yeah, I like it. It's $24, which isn't like crazy, but you know, it's not 13. But the material feels a lot thicker, so I think it's worth it. And yeah, going to the Freshco now. I saw this dog. I wanted to pet him, but he seemed very nervous, so I just let him hang out on his own, you know. Anyways, the Freshco is pretty busy right now. No baskets, no push carts. Like, that's how busy it is. I wound up buying some pizzas and some other stuff. Pretty much just stuff that was on sale. Then I crossed the street to look at this junk because I was pretty curious. Just junk. Anyways, went home and I ate that pizza. And I also played a game called Exit 8. Which is one of those games where pretty much takes place all in this hallway, and it does like loop, which you know, a little bit like, oh, this is the whole game, but it's neat to see what kind of game that they actually come up with. Like, what do you make when your whole game is a hallway? So that's cool. I do recommend checking it out. It's about half an hour long, probably. So, yeah. Also, Fortnite. We played some Fortnite, and every hour on the hour, they're doing like a fireworks thing in the game, which was kind of a fun surprise. Just happened while we were randomly gaming out. Cool. But, yeah, now it's 11 p.m. and I was gonna bike out with my bike, but it's snowing, so put my bike away and went and got a bike share bike. You know, my bike probably would have been fine, but if I slip and fall in like some slush or something, I don't want to damage my bike. So, the bike share it is. However, the bike that I took out didn't have a bell, so I tried to get a different bike. And it like made a grinding sound and wouldn't unlock, and I thought that I had started a trip on a bike that I couldn't unlock and then redock, so I spent like 10 minutes on waiting for the support call to be like, yo, don't charge me $1,000 for a bike that I can take out. But eventually I just took out the original bike that I had. It was like, it was a whole thing that I was worried about, but we're good now, and I'm biking down with Tyler. Streets a little bit crazy right now. People are wanting to see the fireworks, and after we've docked our bikes, we've got like 3 minutes, I guess. And after waiting for the longest light, we do make it to Sherborne Commons pretty much in time. You know, people are doing the countdown right now. And yeah, pretty nice view from the park here. Yeah. last time we were on the other side of the Red Path Sugar Factory, and I think there was less people. I think we probably would have kept walking and gone over there if the bike share didn't like mess me up. But oh well. Still a pretty good spot. Field is very muddy. It was raining most of today and the last few days, so not really surprising. But yeah, pretty cool. Fireworks themselves pretty alright. You know, the trees do kind of block a bunch of them, which maybe that's our fault. Maybe if I had been standing back further, I could have seen the fireworks over the trees. It's hard to tell how high up the fireworks actually are. I guess they are far out enough. I don't know, perspective is weird. But did also go forward a bit just to see the big crowd of people. Everybody out here enjoying some fireworks in the snow. Yeah. And trying to get artsy here. I'm like, oh, it's like the fireworks are the leaves of the tree. Cool. Yeah. Overall, decent fireworks. They do go on for kind of a while, like 10 minutes. Which is a lot of fireworks to fill 10 minutes. So yeah. And once the show's over, time for everybody to go home. Tyler and I, we just decided to hang out in the park for a little bit to avoid the crowd of people walking away. And yeah, people enjoying some sparklers. I should have got sparklers, it's fun. And yeah, once we do start walking, it is just a craziness over here. Traffic jam. I don't know. I am always curious, like, what do people think is gonna happen when they drive down here around midnight? Like, did you think you were the only person who was gonna drive down here, or that this would be a good time for you? Like, it is stopped traffic on the Gardner. And if you thought taking Union Station after the fireworks was good, like also very packed, you pretty much have to walk. And I found someone's AirPod case on the ground. I was like, oh, you know, treasures. I always kind of look out for that kind of thing when people are like running around to see fireworks or whatever. I'm like, people are gonna be dropping shit. And yeah, we pretty much walked all the way back up to Carlton, and we walked through Allen Gardens. Ooh, scary. So many homeless people, but actually wasn't that bad, and I feel like there's less tents than there has been. But yeah, Tyler's heading home, and I'm gonna walk over to a bike station. I thought about taking the streetcar, but I only thought about it as I was missing one, and I didn't see another one, so I just took another bike share out, which seemed like a good choice. I did not get passed by a streetcar. I also didn't catch up to the streetcar that I had just missed, so probably would have been better if I had like ran to catch that streetcar. Overall, the ride was alright. The crowds at the bars near my house, not too crazy, although a little bit crazy. Somebody's like honking a bunch, and then this guy's like freaking out, yelling at them. Like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, that ride was good, and I did see a skunk. Yeah, apparently skunks don't hibernate. They go into like a low metabolic state, but they still like eat and stuff during the winter, and like spend some time awake. Kind of reminds me that I low-key promised to keep track of the wildlife that I saw this year, and I stopped doing that like a month after. It was I was just too lazy to keep track. The way that I was doing it was like I was trying to like Photoshop the file and then like mark it off as on. I really should have just like kept a log and done that all at the end of the year, but I did see a lot of wildlife, like the great blue heron. I'm pretty sure I saw, I saw ducks and eastern box elder bugs. Probably saw a goldfish. Pretty sure I saw some woodpeckers. It's hard to identify though, because woodpeckers usually kind of far away. Mute swan, definitely saw Canadian geese. We just saw a skunk, but I see skunks throughout the year. And you know what, I did see a possum. Possum's hard to find, but saw one hanging out by some trash. Ladybugs, they're everywhere. Rabbits, definitely saw. Pretty sure I've seen a hawk, but they're probably way high up. Seagulls, easy. Chinook salmon, might have seen those. Pretty good chance when we went to the jumping stream thing. Yeah. American mink, pretty sure I saw. Definitely saw a coyote. That was one of the reasons why I was like, oh, maybe I should keep track, because I just saw a coyote like walking on the sidewalk basically. And yeah. What else? Praying mantis? I feel like I've seen a praying mantis as a kid one time, but otherwise I don't really see praying mantises around. And the person who made this list, they didn't put salamanders on there because salamanders are kind of fragile, and didn't want to encourage people to go looking for salamanders, but we did see salamanders, and that's cool. Yeah, maybe I'll try again next year, but no promises this time.